what is an adventure? Is it the exhilarating feeling of testing your limits in the natural world? To learn something new, to experience something new, something exciting and slightly dangerous. And why do we go on little adventures? So if you know me, you might be aware that I've had some concerns over the last few years in regards to the direction that society seems to be going. It seems to be that we have idolised safety and security. Now, safety and security can be good things and necessary things at times, but when we as a civilization place safety as the ultimate end goal in which to strive for, I wonder what might be lost. Now, I grew up reading stories about people like David Livingstone and Ernest Shackleton and John Muir, and that sense of adventure that their lives reflected was captivating. But I wonder how many Livingstones and Shackletons we're raising with the next generation when we seem to take this safety at all cost approach to living. I recently heard an interesting statement in regards to raising children that went something along the lines of, let them do dangerous things carefully. With supervision and with some caution, but let them take risks to benefit their development. And that resonates with me as a parent. It's probably why I'm willing to buy my son a skateboard for his birthday or encourage him to do rock jumps into water holes. I want him to take some risks. I want him to try out some adventures so that he has the confidence to face life in the future. And we've done a lot of camping, but we've never done a wild walk-in camp together. So I thought, why not take him down to the coastline and take him on a little adventure, push his limits a little bit. So that's what we did. We packed our bags and we headed down to the coast. Packing the important things. Rub the sunscreen on your face.
Push me out to sea, baby. It's the best thing for us both. I'll be happy out there, baby. Fish below and stars above. And you'll be happier.
So I'm going to take him for a little bit of a camp on a secluded beach that I know from years ago growing up here and exploring the coastline. And it's kind of a sheltered little cove. It's a strong easterly blowing at the moment. It's about 30 degrees, so it is hot. So we want a bit of a protected place. But the good thing about this place is you can only get to it when the tide is low. Once the high tide comes in, you're shut off there. So high tide was a few hours ago, so the tide is going a bit down. Hopefully it's far down enough, otherwise we might have to find somewhere else to camp or just hang around and go for a fish. But once we're camped on that beach, we're stuck there until the morning, until low tide in the morning, which will be around about 10 o'clock. So yeah, we're looking forward to it, just along these kind of coastal cliffs. It's going to be great. Look at the fish. Do you see the fish? Here on this part becomes inaccessible during high tide, so it's mid-tide right now going out, which is good, but overnight the tide will come in. We'll be shut off on our beach, but in the morning it'll go back down to low tide and we can cross again. But that just makes it a bit more of an adventure, really, doesn't it? So we've made our first barrier. As you can see, we're going to have to go up. for a nice place, sheltered place that we can camp. I mean, it's pretty exposed. The wind's coming straight in with this southeasterly, but I don't think there's much we can do about that. We're just going to have to go up into the dunes a little bit and find a nice spot there.
Oh, we're gonna sleep there.
Oh, we can fit.
Are you blowing in it?
Oh, that's a mat for us to sleep on. Build it up so it's nice and for food, we didn't have enough time to go and catch a fish, unfortunately. So what we're going to do, kind of adventure bush style, basically all I brought was a bit of self-raising flour with a bit of milk powder in there and some salt, and I'm thinking we're going to do some damper on a stick and see how that goes. It felt like our own real Robinson Crusoe type adventure. Sleeping under the stars on the sand, on a remote secluded beach, locked in by the rising tide with cliffs behind us. Cooking damper on a stick, or at least attempting to. So it's not as bad as I thought it was going to be, but basically instead of just ripping the whole thing off, we're just going to take off chunks like this, and then we've got here our honey, a little bit of honey on it. So it's 8:30 now. Ethan's down running at the beach. It's daylight saving, so it's not going to get dark till 9:30, which is really nice because it means you know, I can kind of run around and explore the beach for a bit, and then, you know, around about 9:30, 10 when it gets dark, and go straight to bed. But we're going to go explore this beautiful sunset now. It's just glorious down here.
Before you could speak, before you could weep, I held your hand in mine, like a shell on a beach, waiting for your reach, falling up to the mountain to climb. You came reassuring, Mother Nature's procuring, there's no need for doubt in his mind. You came reassuring, Mother Nature's procuring, there's no need for doubt in his mind. And our eyes align like the sun through the pines, in a silent space, in a cup full of time. In these orderly ways, in this disorderly life, I let go of my hand in the jar. For the great moon in the middle of June, falling up to the polar tide. Though I've seen it before, nothing I've ever been told can touch this feeling inside. You came reassuring, Mother Nature's procuring, there's no need for doubt in his mind. You came reassuring, Mother Nature's procuring. There's no need for doubt in his mind. And our eyes align like the sun through the pines in a silent space, in a cup full of time. In these orderly ways, in this disorderly life.
So it's been a long day. Ethan's in the tent now, going to sleep. Beautiful sunset just going on behind me, and just got the fire going, and I think I'll just sit around the fire for a little bit. I'm pretty exhausted, it's been a big day. Just have a nice drink around the fire before I go to bed. It definitely feels good to be back in the ocean, camping on the beach, out under the stars, you know. This is definitely a good little adventure, and to take Ethan on an adventure as well and do something like this is just awesome. Yeah, so I'll see you in the morning.
My hand in the jar. I let go of my hand in the jar. I let go of my hand in the jar.
Well, good morning everyone. It was a bit of a rough night. I didn't sleep the best. It's been a while since I've slept on the hard ground like that. It got very cold in the night as well, so I put the fly on the tent. Put the tarp on the tent just to keep the wind out, so Ethan and I would be okay, but I didn't sleep much. But anyway, it's a beautiful sunrise now on the beach, and it's still nice to just wake up here on the beach. I mean, last night the stars were out. It was beautiful. I wanted to ask Ethan, have you enjoyed your camp?
Yes.
What's been your favourite part about our adventure?
Seeing boats.
Seeing boats out on the water? That was your most favourite part?
I can see one now.
What about the fire? Did you like cooking on the fire?
Yes.
And sleeping on the beach at night? That's awesome. And what do you want to do now?
Swim.
You want to go for a swim? 7:30 in the morning, wants to go for a swim. It is a summer day, it's going to be like 30 degrees today. But there's a nice little swimming hole just here. I reckon we go there and we go jump in for a swim.
Together, it's so beautiful. You and me, we're meant to be.
I tell you what,
In the great outdoors,
it's chilly, but it's a beautiful little pool here.
forever free. Sometimes you need to go and take a step back to see the truth around you. From a distance you can tell.
I'm sure this will be my son's first of many walk-in camps. He already has a sense of adventure in him and a confidence to take on life. I don't want him paralysed with fear, too scared to try new things or risky things in this world because of the danger of it. And I guess starting them young is the best way to overcome that and give them a heads up for the years to come. And what a way to do that, by getting out for a wild camp. It's a love I want to pass down to him. Though I could do without those march flies.